Special guest with me today. This is my buddy. She's the better half of Queen City Yarn.
I feel like there should be, like, you should have your hand up my shirt. Like,
this is Janice Becker. Y'all might know her as a Carolina Fiber Girl also. Not only Queen City Yarn, she has her hands in all of the things. So,
sometimes.
Yeah. So I've been wanting her to come on the podcast since I started. And finally, I convinced her to come do a podcast with me.
Correction. You picked a day I could.
Yeah, true that. Again, with all of the things.
All of the things.
So, I'm Kristen, and this is Janice.
That's me.
And this is the Queen City Yarn Dying to Knit podcast. And we're coming to you from just south of Charlotte in South Carolina. It's a podcast about knitting and making things and yarn dyeing. And, yeah. So, I'm Kristen.
And the things.
And the things, yeah. I'm Kristen. You can find me on Ravelry as Kristen. On Instagram as Kristen C. You can find both of us as Queen City Yarn. And
I am Janice Ficker in all of the places.
Yeah.
Ravelry, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
All the things.
I'm quitting Facebook, by the way.
Are you?
Totally aside.
I feel like I can't quit Facebook because all the mom groups around here, I feel like they tell me, like, you can go this place and your kids can eat for free tonight.
That's one of the reasons I want to quit Facebook. No, I feel like Facebook is, for me, at least for me, Facebook is all of the people I didn't really like in high school anyways.
Oh. See, I didn't get on Facebook until, well, like,
you're like new to Facebook, aren't you?
Very. Like a year or two ago. It was all because of those leggings that have the knit stitches on them. I saw
the LuLaRoe knit leggings. That's why you joined Facebook?
That's why I joined Facebook.
Wow.
So I wanted those leggings with the knit stitches, and I got a pair, but they were too big.
Yeah, mine are too big too.
And I can't wear them. Like, I tried to wear them, and I tried to, like, wash them on super hot and dry them for a really long time.
Maybe I could make them fit us.
I think I gave mine, didn't I give mine away? I think I gave mine away.
Maybe you did. I still have mine. They're too big.
Mine didn't fit. Maybe you can make me some knit print leggings, though. I don't know how many times you have crazy. To do that seam. Oh my. That's a funny story. Yeah.
So I made, so we went to the Carolina Fiber Frolic.
Yeah.
You talked about that, right?
I talked about it last time, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say what happened, though.
Okay. So I have been dabbling in sewing, and was it last summer I made myself a pair of pajama pants?
No, it was 2 summers ago.
It was 2 summers ago? Wow.
I feel like it was 2 summers ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I made myself a pair of pajama pants. They didn't fit. But they fit Kristen.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
And I love them.
So leading up to the frolic, I was like, you know what? I think a fun surprise would be matching pajama pants. Because we sort of have matching pajama pants from the frolic when we knit ourselves pajama pants.
We did.
So people are like, wow, these girls are weird.
We're also a lot of fun to hang out with.
So I bought some fabric to make us Queen City pajama pants. So they're black and they've got crowns on them. Or they're gray
awesome.
With black crowns. So fast forward to, I don't have time to make 2 pairs, but I made Kristen a pair. Turns out anyways, long story short, I didn't have a pattern for my pair to fit me. Had a pattern for Kristen. So Kristen got a pair of pajama pants. She wore them the first night of the frolic.
And they were awesome, yes.
And they were amazing.
I love them.
You slept in them?
I slept in them. They fit great. I was super comfortable.
The second night, I was sick. I did not feel well. I had been sick all day, and I was leaving for Disney, for the Disney show, like the next day or something crazy.
And there was work to be done and packed into a suitcase.
Yes.
Like so 40 skeins of yarn had to be twisted.
So there's this big suitcase of yarn that needs to be dyed. I'm like feeling like death. And so Kristen was like, you go to bed. I'm going to do this work. And, I'll bring the suitcase to your room when I'm done. So she like heads to work and she bends over to unzip the suitcase and the pajama pants
split completely. So you know how like when you sit down, you like pull up the knees a little bit? Well, I didn't do that. I just
They're
dropped
pajama
down,
pants.
and
You
it was
shouldn't
like,
have to.
and I was like, oh, and I died laughing. And I'm so thankful that I was like just amongst this group of girls. Thank goodness it wasn't my first year at Frolic, or I would have been mortified, even though like I know everybody now and like I'm completely comfortable with everyone. Like,
Well, and
that was hilarious,
I didn't
though.
look, but I feel like you didn't have on like hot pink panties or anything
No.
like that popping
No.
out of your pajama pants. It wasn't like, woo!
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny though. And I thank goodness I had also, like, because this is at a hotel, like, we're in the lobby of a hotel. So I had, like, a longer top on. So I, like, just pulled my top down and, like, scurried to the elevator.
Yes.
And went and put, like, my just regular pajama pants on.
The ones you had on before I gave you new ones. So, fast forward a couple weeks, I was making myself pajama pants the other day, and Kristen had returned her needed to be fixed.
I did. I
pajama
was
pants.
like, please sew this back up for me. I promise I will not drop down like that again.
So she returned the pajama pants. I made myself a pair of pajama pants first before fixing hers. And as I was doing that seam, I did the seam. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to reinforce this. So I did it again. And a third time for mine. And then when I fixed Kristen's, I did it 4 times.
Yeah.
So I hope your things are secure.
Everything has stayed in so far. So far, so good.
So, yes, you're fully reinforced back there now.
How did we get there? Oh, it was the leggings.
Yes,
Making leggings fit.
I'm not making you leggings. Sorry.
Darn it.
I did ask Santa Claus for a bunch of sewing patterns, though.
Did you? But yes, leggings. That's why I joined Facebook. Because I wanted those LuLaRoe leggings that had the knit stitches, and then they didn't fit me. So you're quitting Facebook.
I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of our run stuff's there, and that's kind of necessary.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be gone by now.
Yeah. I was actually thinking, I think you do it, and I think Christy does it too, where it's like the things that I never post on Facebook. Like, I only post on, like, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband is not on Instagram. He's only on Facebook. And he's like, you post all these cute pictures of the kids and stuff, but I don't ever get to see them. I'm like, well, get Instagram. He's like, well, put them on Facebook. But isn't it a thing where, like, you can make it so that it does, like, it goes both places?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you showed me how to make that happen. Janice knows how to do all the things.
I wouldn't go
technology things. Well, she knows how to do the things that I don't know how to do. And so, she schools me on a lot of stuff. So.
Your Mac computer has been an adventure for you.
It has, but I know all kinds of shortcuts. I just learned how to lock a thread on Ravelry. Because we have giveaways at the end. So anyway,
yes. Drew for those.
All the things. Okay, so let's get started with the podcast stuff. Because
all right.
I've got buttloads of finished objects because Christmas knitting has been in super full swing.
I am doing no Christmas knitting.
I had 17 things on my Christmas knitting list.
You are an overachiever.
I've crossed off 3 because my immediate family doesn't need hand-knit gifts, I feel. Correction. Ryan wanted his gift already. He saw it, in the knitting bowl. Well, it's been there since the summer when I started the hat. But he decided that he really, like, his favorite color now is not yellow anymore.
Makes me sad.
He still likes yellow, but yayo is not his favorite anymore.
Captain America doesn't wear it?
I don't know, but he actually won't wear that yellow hat with the big yellow pom-pom anymore. So,
Does it fit us?
Yeah, totally.
We can totally steal it.
Yeah. So, anyway, so he wouldn't wear his hand-knit wool hat, and it was really, really cold last week, and it's been cold this week. So I was like, well, you have to wear a hand-knit hat. Yeah.
By the way. When we say cold, we're talking like 30s.
Yeah, but in the mornings when I take the kids to school, it's like 20s. 29. Okay. Between 29 and 31. I said it's pretty cold.
It's highs in other places.
I know. I've lived up north.
I know.
I lived up north, but for now, my body is used to this, like, warmer weather, and it's been frigid. Yes. And the kids go outside to play, and they need hats and things like that. So I was like, okay, we have to wear a wool hat. Well, he stole this wool hat. Well, he didn't steal it. It was his. I knit it for him. This little blue Cascade 220 hat I made when I was pregnant with him.
Oh, that's super old. It's like
super old.
Like a baby blue, isn't it? It's really light.
No, I already sent that one to Colton. There was a darker one.
Oh, okay.
That was, I don't know. Not blue fringe bag blue. It was like lighter than that.
Okay.
Not blue, full blue. Anyway, so he took that. I was going to send it to Colton because I didn't think it fit him anymore. And like it really just fits.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just covers the bottom of his ear. And it's like watch cap style, you know? So he took that out of the bin of stuff that I was going to take up to my new nephew. He was going to wear that. So, okay, fine, you can wear that. But meanwhile, I'm like, all I have to do is the crown on this blue hat. I think he took it to school today. So, darn, I think I left it downstairs. But I think he took it to school today. Anyway, I finished it and put a black pom-pom on top. And so now he's all about that.
So he's about pom-poms?
He's about pom-poms, yeah. But blue and black now instead of yellow. So anyway, he got his hat already because that was going to be his Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
So he got his hat already. And
which means you don't have to knit anything for Mike.
Well, no, Mike, a pair of socks I have on the needles is like at the toes for him, so I could finish them, but I'm like, you'll get them when they get
But
done.
then Caitlin won't do anything.
No.
But you have yarn for her. You have oops yarn for her.
I do have yarn for her, which is in the other room. But I also,
well, we have the real thing over here.
True that. But I also have, she does ballet, and for her birthday, I want to knit her a little ballet wrap. Because she has to wear, like, one of those, like, little wrap sweaters, you know? Like, the little tie. She has to wear black, though. So
does it have to be a wrap?
Black
You should do that
socks.
ballerina sweater thing that Maria designed a couple years ago.
I
One
don't know
that you
what you're
seam up
talking
the
about.
back.
Oh, I know. The peaceful pullover?
Sure. There's a kid version.
I think so, yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was going to do just, like, one of those little wrap cardigan things, though.
Mm.
Out of black. He'll only wear black socks.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I'm like, well, her birthday is in like a month, so I could knit that for her birthday. But my family, they get gifts. They get hand knit stuff when they get finished. It's not like they. So
Nobody's getting hand knit stuff at my house this year.
yeah, well, I've got. Well, let me first show the thing I finished for me, because I finished this. This is.
So the last time
My
I saw this,
Oxbow
there was
cardigan.
this.
Yeah. Well, last time I showed it on the podcast, I had finished. So I finished a sleeve and a half at the Frolic.
Okay.
Yeah. So you must have only
Seen
seen
the
the half. The
half.
first part of this. So this
Keep in mind, I was sick that second day. I was a zombie.
Yeah. So this is the Oxbow cardigan by Andrea Mowry. Looks like a big gray blob. But
The texture is beautiful.
yeah, it's got this really pretty texture. And it's knit out of Brooklyn Tweed Quarry in the Obsidian colorway. And last time I just had to finish the collar. Like I had already finished the short rows of the collar. And so I had like, I think an inch left. And I finished it before I did any more Christmas knitting because I've been Christmas knitting while wearing my Cozy Oxbow cardigan.
Nice.
And that's made me very happy.
So when you bought yarn for that, it was going to be your winter coat.
It is. And
Is it
I've
still?
been, yes. So Caitlin has to go to school super early. Like we leave the house at 7:15.
Is it even sun? Is the sun even up?
It is now. Now that the time has changed, it is.
Okay.
Actually, we see the most beautiful sunrises on our way to school. So Caitlin's like, I'm going to color that for you as a colorway inspiration on the way home. I'm like, yeah, do that. Like when you get home from school, because that's going to be gorgeous. She likes to do stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, I've been wearing it over my pajamas because, I mean, I brush my teeth and I make a cup of coffee. I feel like a sweater coat over pajamas is pretty much the most you can ask for me after all that at 7:15 in the morning. So, yeah. Right?
That's, yeah.
So, it's my coat. But the only thing is I have a ton of yarn left, so I'm thinking I might add pockets.
Pocketises?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I haven't decided yet, or how I would do it. Anyway. Do you want to talk about your...
I finished this recently. So this is The Weekender.
Another Andrea Mowry pattern.
Another one. This is out of Shelter. And I thought it was going to be Panthers Blue. And it's pretty close. I
It's
might
really
wear it to
pretty.
Monday Night Football next week. My plan was to wear it to the Sunday game after Thanksgiving. But again, I was sick. Thank you, your children. So I didn't wear it. I didn't go to the game, but it also wasn't done. So I finished it, and I really like it.
It looks so good.
I have worn it multiple times now. But I have decided with these really large, oversized sweaters, because, I mean, it's big, you gotta knit them short. I typically like really long sweaters. And this was really long, and it looked pretty awful. So I actually cut it and took 2 or 3 inches out of the body of it, and then Kitchenered it back together. So thank you, 100% wool. And thank you, reverse stockinette. So, and then as you can see, I need to shorten the sleeves.
Or make some thumb holes in there so you can wear them like mitts. You totally could. So,
I mean, I could wear them down.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa! I could, I can wear them straight, but I prefer them rolled up. So yeah, I need to get to that, but.
I love yours so much. I made one, and I love it. It's a super comfortable sweater, but I made mine out of the Old World color, which is like a super dark blue, kind of blue-gray, it's got the Tweety flecks in it. Mm-hmm. So it's really cute, but I feel like it only looks good with jeans. And I'm wearing jeans today, but
we could have been twinsies.
We could have been, but I love me some leggings. And I feel like because, all my leggings are black, and I feel like it looks.
All of your leggings are black?
Most of them.
I feel like you have some colors in there.
I have a couple colors in there, but they're like, I don't know. They're like at home, like cleaning the house leggings now, I feel like. But, so, yeah. It just, I don't always want to wear jeans, but I always want to wear that sweater because it's so comfortable.
I wear this sweater a lot. Our downstairs is really cold. So, yeah, this has become like my around the house sweater.
Yeah. Well, last year for my birthday, my mom bought me a sweater quantity to make another one that's in the marled, like the white and black. Mm-hmm. So I feel like when I make that, I'm going to wear the heck out of it. And it's going to look good with my leggings.
I want to knit it again and make it still, obviously still the drop shoulder, but I want to make it more fitted, and I want to make it even shorter. Because I think it would be... I tried wearing this the other day over a dress with some leggings and some tall boots. Mm-hmm. And it looked kind of frumpy because it's so big.
Yeah. So similar, you're going to make it similar in like cut to that her nurtured sweater, which is like a cropped. Maybe. I don't know. It looks super cute over the metamorphic dress. I'm just saying. I've seen it on Instagram. Janice is the whole reason why I have a metamorphic dress, by the way, because she made me want it, and then
yours looks so much cuter than mine does.
I love it. I'm super excited about it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I keep knitting. This is the only knitting, like for me, that's on the needles right now, which I'll talk about soon.
Goodness.
But okay, so this whole bag, this cute Fat Squirrel Christmassy Nutcracker bag, is completely full of finished gifts.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. So, I know my mom and dad watch. Mom and dad, if you're watching, Mom, turn away so you don't see. I think you know what you're getting, but whatever. So, I knit my mom some slippers.
They're cute.
Yeah. And actually, you could try these on because these are just like the ones that I've been wearing for years. I've been making these. This is the Malabrigo Loafers pattern by Julie Weisenberg. So this is kind of the side view, so you can kind of see they're like loafer style. They're super cute. And I always attach like the suede bottom to them. I've been knitting these slippers since 2007 for me and my family. I think my husband and I are both on our like third pair, I think. Nice. Which I looked back at my Ravelry notes, and the last pair that I made was when I was pregnant with Ryan.
Wow.
Back in 2014. Or I made them in 2014, so maybe it was right after he was born or something. But that's a lot, and they're still holding up. So anyway, you knit them double-stranded with worsted weight yarn, and you knit this like garter stitch sole, It's got some shaping. And then you pick up all around and you do short rows to do the front. Anyway, I totally love them. Mom said, I made mom slippers probably back in 2007. I think that was like the year of the slipper for gift knitting for me for Christmas. The ones I made mom were they were like felted moccasins. And I didn't finish them. And they're red. So I finished one. So I wrapped one unfelted red slipper. And it looked like I gave her like a Ronald McDonald shoe.
Nice.
It was huge. And I was like, the other one's going to come. And then I'm going to felt them for you. So anyway. But they're like super hot. I mean, like they're very, very thick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she will never walk through them. But anyway, she's been saying she wanted to have a pair like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to make them for her at some point, and I bought the slipper bottoms that were the size for her, and I never made her slippers. And sometimes she was visiting, and for some reason we were in the bin or the cabinet or something that had those slipper bottoms in there, and she was like, oh, these are my size. It's like, yeah, that would be great for you to make some slippers with. I gave her the slipper bottoms. So when I talked to her about what she wanted for Christmas, she mentioned again these slippers. So I don't know how many times
for the slipper bottoms you gave
how
me.
many times she's poked me about knitting her these slippers now.
So she has the slipper bottoms?
She has, and I texted her and I was like, not saying like spoiling your gift or anything, but did I give you slipper bottoms that would fit slippers that would be knit for you? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool.
Some assembly required for your Christmas present.
You still have those, right? So mom has slippers. I used just Patton's classic wool worsted, and I held it double. And this, I think it's like the denim colorway, but I've had this in my stash. Oh my gosh, for so many years. This was like when I used to felt bags and stuff way back when I first started.
Way back
knitting.
when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it used almost a full skein.
I probably have some.
These would totally fit you,
I'm gonna try
by
mine.
the way. And
Take my shoes off.
they're
Do
actually.
Mom and I have the same size shoe?
No, but so it's like small, medium, large. And so these are like, I don't know what size, up to size 7. And my mom's size 7. But
Yeah,
aren't they
they
cute?
totally fit me.
Can you make it happen? Yeah. So, yeah. And when you first make them, if you put those slipper bottoms on there, it's like you're walking on clouds because it's super squishy garter stitch. And then the slipper liners that I have, I don't remember where I got them from because it was years ago. But they have like a Sherpa inside, so it's like a suede bottom.
So you
and a
put
Sherpa.
liners in them.
No, that goes underneath. So you like attach it under the slipper.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
you
that's
like sew it all around the side. Right, but it has, so it's like the suede liner, like suede bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the suede bottom is like a lining of Sherpa. Or
okay.
whatever, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the Uggs. And so then you sew that, and so then your foot is on the garter stitch, and it's just like super squishy.
Nice.
So yeah, I got these done, and they were quick.
Cool.
So yay that. Okay,
So that's Mom.
that's Mom.
What's Dad?
Okay, yeah, let me do this real quick before. Okay, so I should have brought a hat because it's not going to show. So there's this weird thing here. So it's called, what's it called? It's called a baseball cap ear warmer thingy. And literally,
Very specific.
that's the name of the pattern on Ravelry. So I used Woolmize DK, and my dad wears a baseball hat all the time. So
Oh, so you put your baseball hat through
like
it.
pretend you have a brim there. And then it like comes down a little, so it goes over your ears and it covers the back of the baseball cap. It looks really cute on me, right?
It's a good look for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about making 5 so I can wear one every day. But it was really fast. I used Woolmize DK. It's like this like kind of like khaki gray color, which will go with everything. And so yeah, you just put the brim through there. So I think my dad will like it. He has a wool hat that I made him a few years ago that he wears when it's like super cold at the farm, but otherwise not really. So I thought, well, I wanted to make him something, and he doesn't wear hand knit socks, which yay, because they don't take as much time, but boo, because hand knit socks are awesome. And I like to show my love in a hand knit sock, Okay, so Mom and Dad, you can come back now. Or really act surprised.
Yes.
Get excited. Okay, so the next project I have is well, I named it Not a Cable Hat. This is going to be for my sister-in-law. And it's just like a slouchy
It's cute.
hat. I don't think I'm going to put a pom-pom on this one. The hats that I have are not pommed yet. Also, nothing has been blocked. Because that still has to happen. But so this is one. This was out of Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock Worsted.
I think you should do a pom on it. Make a pom.
I don't have any more of that yarn. I did order some pom-poms off of Etsy, though. So maybe I'll throw a pom on there. You know?
The ones that you didn't read where they were coming from, and they might be here.
Those came.
Oh.
Yeah, like really fast, too. And I don't know where they came from. They came. It just took a long time. Okay. So, yes, this is going to be like a FO Christmas FO hat parade for Infinite here.
So this is for your sister-in-law.
That's for my brother's wife, Danny.
Uh-huh.
This one is going to be for...
Is that for your brother?
No.
What's your brother getting? Stick with the family.
Okay. Sorry, geez. Chad is getting hand-knit socks.
Ooh.
And so they're 50-gram balls, so I just knit like this really long tube. I did not realize how long I was knitting these socks. So he's got like an 8-inch cuff, right? So I guess this kind of makes up for me not knitting him socks for his birthday, right? So this is out of Regia.
I did knit you 2 pairs of socks. They're just in one.
Together. Yeah, just keep your ankles warm. And calves and
Maybe your knees.
Maybe. So this is Regia Design Line blue. I don't know, with some gray heels and toes that I cut in.
Nice.
So those are Chad.
All right.
Okay.
So the
them.
McDonald family is done.
It is done.
All right.
Okay. So the next thing is this is for my youngest brother-in-law's girlfriend. This is a new design that I was first draft of a new design that I'm working on. This is out of our notice how it matches my sweater perfectly?
Did you maybe have time left?
A little bit, yeah. I use it in this hat. So this is like the first draft of a new hat pattern I'm rolling around in my head. And it's slouchy. And it's out of our Biddleville DK. And this is the Home Team Gray colorway. And I was thinking...
that one needs a pom, too.
Yeah, I was thinking this one needs a pom.
The gray ones need poms.
Okay, well, there's more gray hats. Well, no, that might be all the gray hats. Okay, so that's... Okay, so then I'll show you Steven's set, because that's his girlfriend, Amanda. Her mom's the one I knit the purple hat for.
Yes.
So Steven is the one who wanted doodle socks, and I just finished this last night. I'm so excited.
I feel like you were knitting on those last time I saw you.
Yeah, I was. When I was over your house, like the first one, I think.
So did you do that as your super long tube that you cut twice?
I did not, because I felt like that would be too daunting. Because he's got really big feet. All of Mike's brothers do. They're like 12 and 13s and stuff like that. Like
boys and their big feet.
Seriously. Considered the pedicure socks with no toes. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
But he picked this yarn when he was visiting over Labor Day. This is Queen City yarn. This is our doodle colorway. This is the one that Caitlin designed. That's why she loves to design colorways. And I did just a regular wedge toe, and I cut in afterthought heels, but I used the same yarn because I didn't want to get up and go get a different yarn.
I mean,
and
if he's going to rock the doodle socks, they should be full doodle socks.
So I think he's going to love them because he picked it out and everything. So he's getting those.
Cool.
Okay. Let's see. I showed Kevin socks, I think, last time. Regia socks with black heels and toes. His wife, her name's also Kristen. So she's another Kristen Clement. Yeah, I'm the OG. But she's cool, too. I knit her, well, these socks were going to be for me because I really, really love this colorway. This is Lollipop yarn. What's New Pussycat?
Is that the one your mom and
base?
I got you at the Virginia?
Yeah. I have a little bit left, and I think Mom had some left, so I think I might try and steal it from her. But also, like, I'm sure I could message Joan and be like,
I'm sure I'll have mine left for mine.
Did you get beefcake?
I always buy beefcake.
Okay, so maybe I can mooch some yarn off my friends.
Doing the 3 balls of yarn, you might be able to get another pair.
Yeah.
At least some shorties for you.
I had knit these for me, and I wear a 9. She wears like a 6. So when I cut, I had knit these tubes, and I like set them aside just in case I needed Christmas knitting, or socks for Christmas. It turns out it did because I didn't want to knit another pair. So I decided that I loved her enough that I would gift her these Lollipop socks. But she has teeny tiny little feet, so look how long the cuff is too on this.
Nice.
So she's got lollipop socks. So those are done. And then, okay, so let's see. I'll show Colton's. This is Colton's hat. It's my favorite little hat. This is Woolmize DK, and it's just like a regular little kid, like fitted beanie. It's got a 5-point decrease. I'm not going to put a pom-pom on it because I put a pom-pom. Remember that hat, that colorwork hat I made for Caitlin? And it had this like super cute pom-pom on it with all the colors. And she could reach it one time when she was in her pack and play. We were at his parents' house over the holidays. And she pulled all the strings out of the pom-poms. I have like nightmares of babies with pom-poms. Pom-poms with strings everywhere.
Babies and pom-poms don't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. And I didn't want to put a fur pom-pom on it. Anyway.
The fur pom-pom would be the size of his head.
No, they have little ones.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. The black pom-pom that's on Ryan's head is only like maybe 2 inches around.
No.
It really looks like it's like right on top of his head. It's cute though. So anyway, this one's for Colton, my new nephew. And his mom is getting socks.
So you didn't want to like make him a little colorwork raccoon hat?
I want nothing to do with raccoons and colorwork. I don't want to ever do another colorwork raccoon. The blanket turned out cute, and evidently, like, they use it all the time. And, like, send me pictures and he's wrapped in it, and, like, tell me about all the people who comment on it and ask where they can get one. And thank goodness my brother-in-law knows well enough. He's like, you can't get this anywhere. It's not like, here, let me give you her number. No, he knows better than that because he would not get anything else hand-knit for the rest of his life. So his fiance, Megan, is getting these. So I super love her too because I wanted these socks. I actually stole this thing. This is our colorway. Mondays are for mermaids and margaritas. And when we were like doing our mock setup for Virginia Beach, when we were releasing this colorway, I was like, oh, but this sparkle scheme just won't fit. And then I put it in my bag and brought it home. So it's been on the needles, and I've been working on.
You stole the yarn from Queen City?
I did. I procured it irresponsibly, probably. But so anyway, it turned out super, super cute. It's sparkle. It's got showgirls, heels and toes. And I did a round toe on here because I was trying to make myself really like the round toe.
Are you not a fan?
I don't like it. Well, no, I think it fits fine. It doesn't bother me. I really don't care what toe is on my sock. I don't think any toes fit me better or worse than any other toes. I don't like working this one because you have to count in between. I don't cinch it up, though, because that comes undone for me. So I still Kitchener it when I get down to a certain number of stitches.
I've only done it on one pair.
Yeah.
I think it's on a pair of shorties.
Mike likes it. So that's what he wants on all the socks now. I wish I'd never given that option. But he really, really likes it, and he loves his hand in socks. So, but you have to count the rows in between the decreases, and that's just not as easy as like, did I decrease last time? No. Okay, then I decreased this time, like on a regular wedge toe. So Megan's getting those. Okay, and then her daughter Adeline. I showed this before, and then I stole the pom pom off of it because it was the green pom pom, and I really loved it. This is my Sassy Frass hat. This was the first one that I made. And it's in the pattern, but it's a finished hat, and I was like, oh, you're a Christmas gift. You get a hat. You get a hat. So she's getting that hat. And then this one is for Steven's girlfriend's son, Jacob. So he is at my in-laws a lot when we're there, and Ryan and Jacob are the same age. And they love each other and like play together, and so I knit him a hat too.
Do they have matching hats, or is Ryan's a different color?
Ryan's is in Beautiful, and his also has a pattern on it, like a texture pattern, because I was working on a design. But this one is just plain stockinette, and it's like that fitted beanie style, and this is out of Malbrigo Rios, and this is leftover from that sweater I made for Caitlin that she still wears all the time. Nice. I made like 2 years ago, I feel like I made that sweater for her.
I don't remember.
Glad I made long arms. We're getting to the bottom. Only 2 things left. Okay, so this is a hat for Uncle Joe, also known as Hollywood, and it's a fitted hat because it has like a deep brim on it, and this is out of Woolmize DK. So he does a lot of like outdoor work, and so he always flips his broom up, so he needs a double layer. So he got a new hat, and this is like just about black yarn.
I would call that black.
Okay, it's black. And then the last thing I made, and this was super quick. This is called that's the wrong way. It's called Calametry. And I made this for my mother-in-law. She had one that was like store-bought a few years ago and like really liked it. So it's just like this ear warmer thing.
Nice.
With a button. And I made it out of 100% cashmere.
Ooh.
So, brownie points. Just kidding. But yeah, kind of. Right? See, this kind of thing would be good for you for when you pull your hair up in a thing. It's so fast. It's worsted weight. It's knit on size 8 needles. It's a free pattern.
Yeah, because when I'm outside dyeing, my hair is like up here.
Yeah, and all you need is a button. And then you can change how tight it or loose it is.
Nice.
So, and I had that yarn left over from way back when. I had made myself a pair of like fingerless mitts out of 100% cashmere, which they didn't last but one season because, you know, obviously it's not very strong fiber.
Mm-hmm.
But so I had this left over and it was just in a bag, like wondering what it wanted to be. And it turned out it was like almost exactly just enough to knit this.
Nice.
For my mother-in-law. And she's like likes the basic colors and then she'll wear like a colorful top or something like that. So I think that they will all be well received.
So nothing for your father-in-law?
I have his on the needle. No, his are not on the needles.
His is not done?
There's 2 gifts left to knit. A pair of socks for my brother-in-law, Daniel, which is on the needles, and then a pair of socks for my father-in-law, which is not yet on the needles, but they're both out of DK weight yarn. So I'm hoping I can finish, like, today. Just kidding. By the end of this week. Maybe. Well, today is Wednesday, so probably not.
We have 12 days.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, it's plenty of time. DK weight socks, they go so fast. So fast. So, okay.
Okay, so I only have one thing. Other than my sweater that I have on.
Other than this beautiful, amazing sweater that you've knit for yourself?
I've finished a bunch of things, but I've been, yeah. So, does this look familiar?
It kind of does.
It's the back of
It kind of does.
So this is your Every Which Way cowl,
Yeah.
which I love. So, I didn't swatch. Who swatches for a cowl? And I clearly knit tighter than Kristen does because I used size 5 needles. Is that what it calls for?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 5s.
But it fits you good.
I can get it over my head.
That would be a problem if you couldn't, right?
I mean, it's not like it's that small.
Yeah.
But yours is more like...
Loose, yeah.
Loose.
Mine's more like...
Yeah. So. And, I mean, it hasn't been blocked. I ran the steamer over it. But, I mean, it's a cowl. I actually wore this outside dyeing the other day.
Yeah.
I had this on, and then a hat.
Mm-hmm.
And then my hoodie.
Nice and cozy.
It was.
Almost. It's freezing cold.
It was freezing cold. And, so between the cowl, the hat, and my hoodie tightened, my earbud didn't go anywhere. That little earbud stayed right in there.
Yeah.
So.
And you knit it out of our Biddleville DK.
Yeah, so this is the Biddleville DK per pattern. And the colors that I used are, the green is Misty Mermaid. And then the pink is Southern Charm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I kind of have a love affair with Southern Charm. I love this colorway. It was one that it was a colorway we had talked about for a really, really long time. And when I finally got around to doing it, I did it using a new technique to us that we've called watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
Inside baseball.
Yeah, and you're like a master of it.
I'm all about the watercolor.
You and watercolor like speak each other's language.
I really like that technique, and so I love the way this color turned out, but it is nothing like what we had actually discussed.
So pretty.
So.
And it looks
Have you ever worn that
good.
shirt on the podcast?
What?
The shirt that inspired this colorway.
No, I have
So
not.
Kristen has a really cute little Lily Pulitzer top that was the inspiration for this colorway, and if you know anything about Lily Pulitzer, you know this isn't it.
Yeah, it's super duper bright.
So the watercolor technique obviously ruined the Lily Pulitzer of it, but made a beautiful colorway anyways.
Yeah.
And what's the sweater I want to knit out of these two?
Zweig. Isn't that what you said the other day? That's like with the lace and then
that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So pretty.
So yeah, that's all I have. I have finished the Galloway hat from,
Didn't you say it was the same girl who designed that one?
No, I finished the Galway hat, which is from the holiday collection from Brooklyn Tweed.
Oh.
I finished that and I left it at the store yesterday because it's a sample.
That's the one you showed me when I was at your place the other day, right?
So it is this hat, but I did the red version. So it's red and navy and white. I thought there was a copy of it on here. There it is. So it's this one, except for instead of like the orangey red, I used navy blue. So, and I have enough yarn left over that I have started the second one.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm going to do it reverse. I'm going to reverse the navy and the red.
Ooh, cool.
So, and I'm keeping that one.
Yeah, totally. You fulfilled your sample.
You know, I knit one for the store.
Yeah.
I blocked it and I left it. So.
You blocked it. I'd say you super fulfilled your.
I did. I blocked it.
Required.
I blocked it and I delivered it to the store yesterday and I left it on the.
So I stick it on one of those head things?
I didn't. I left it on the counter.
No.
So that was a recent store sample that I did. I did the CC hat, copycat hat, that Colorado chick hat pattern or hat that everybody has. It's like, it's not really ribbed, but it's got reverse stockinette and then it's got some ribbing and then some reverse stockinette. You have seen this hat.
Okay.
I promise. And there's a pattern for it on Ravelry that's the copycat version. And I did that out of, I don't even remember what colorway, really pretty teal blue from Hedgehog DK. So I finished that and put a teal pom-pom on it. And that's in the store. That's a sample.
Nice.
You probably saw the post about it on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
So I finished that. And I finished the cowl. What else have I finished? I think that's it recently. Yeah. So I finished another hat. I think it was called the Molly hat that I did out of
That's the one you did for your friend.
That I sent to my friend Jess. So yeah, I mean, my thing for this year has been sweater, something fast. Sweater, something fast. So I don't remember what sweater was before this one.
You started it for SSK. What's it called? The gray home
team? The beekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That you made longer.
Yep. That I made longer. Which I need to get back. That is, I think, currently at the Ross Farms.
Oh.
They've got that sample. And then before that, I finished the Tegna.
Mm-hmm.
Out of We Don't Put Eggs in Our Ears.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
It's a bad idea.
All
right.
Okay.
What's next?
Let's talk about things we're working on.
Okay. I have 2 hats, 2 socks, and a sweater.
You have lots more things you're working on. I have 3 pairs of socks. There are other things on the needles, but they're getting no love. So the first, I have two more Christmas gifts to knit. 2 more. So let me show the ones I'm working on now. So this is a pair of socks. This is Regia.
Croy. Is it Croy?
No. Design Line 6-ply. Arne Carlos. Which, isn't it working up cute?
It is cute.
Yeah, and it's DK weight. So I had to go to the dentist yesterday and get a filling replaced. And I was able to do the rib and all the way through this black stripe. Just like, wow, having dental stuff done.
Did the dentist look at you like you had lost your mind?
No, my dentist like absolutely loves that I'm a knitter because I knit when I'm at the dentist all the time. Like that I don't like going to the dentist. I mean, who really does? But I feel like it keeps me busy enough that I'm not thinking about, it occupies part of my brain enough that I'm not thinking about what they're doing in my mouth or what could go wrong. Because I've had like a lot of...
You've had a lot of dental work.
Yeah, I cracked a bunch of teeth when I was in high school by getting shouldered in the jaw playing basketball. And so I've had like a lot of problems from that. So I had a bunch of fillings and a bunch of root canals, and it's just, I have a dental implant. So yeah, it's not been fun. So any dental, like going to the dentist, even for regular cleaning, I'm like, oh, I really don't want to go. I thought I was going to get out of it yesterday because, so this appointment had been rescheduled like 5 times.
Oh, gosh.
Because, and it wasn't because I didn't want to go. I mean, I was like, yes, I don't have to go. Every time I had to reschedule it, but it was like a kid was sick or something was happening and I was not going to be able to go. Or parent-teacher conference or whatever. So we had some snow over the weekend. Some freezing rain, really, is what affected us. And so Monday we were out of school. My appointment was yesterday morning, but we had a 2-hour delay. My appointment was at 9:30. Well, Ryan didn't go to school until 10. And so I called first thing in the morning, because I didn't find out until after the office was closed on Monday to call and be like, I need to cancel or reschedule or whatever. So I called yesterday morning and I was like, yeah, so, you know, I can't come at 9:30. My son, like, doesn't go to school until 10, and so I guess we'll have to reschedule. They're like, oh, well, just come after. We'll fit. And I was like, oh, darn it. But I had, this yarn had just come. I ordered it from Webs because I had, like, 1 or 2 things of DK weight sock yarn, but it was like I had obviously bought them for myself. My brother-in-law Daniel probably would have rocked it and been totally fine. He's kind of like Steven like that. Like they don't care about you know, they rock whatever, you know, and they have a shirt that goes with it, I'm sure. But my father-in-law, pink and purple, like it's just not really his groove. So I was like, okay, well I need to order some yarn because, you know, it's either going to be a hat, and I was kind of like all hatted out, even though I'm kind of all socked out right now, but.
Can't imagine why you're all hatted out.
But I just, you know, I didn't want to knit hats. So I decided I was going to knit socks for them. So I ordered this from Webs. It came on Monday. I finished the heel on the first sock Monday, and I finished the second heel yesterday. But it's been nice to like work on socks that are not fingering weight yarn, because I was working on, I did the heels and toes for the girls' socks, and then I did Steven's doodle socks and did those on 9-inch circulars. And I have a callus on my left index finger, but I have poked through that callus like so many times. So my finger was really, really sore. And then I guess I started pushing with my left or my right middle finger to push the needle through, and developed a callus, and then split that one too. So I had some really sore fingers from the US 1 needles. So these are on 3s, and I feel like I'm knitting like with huge needles now. Like, I feel like I'm knitting those slippers again, which are knit on, like, 8s or something like that. So my finger is not sore. I've been knitting on these since yesterday. I knit on these, you know, when I did knit yesterday. And then a little bit this morning, and my fingers are not sore at all. So it's really, really nice. So these are for my father-in-law.
Cool. And
they're just going to be, I haven't decided these are for Daniel. The yarn I'm using for my father-in-law is this one, which is the same yarn line on Arnie and Carlos, but it's just greens and blues. Those are the last 2 Christmas gifts to do. I haven't decided if I might do the heel flap and double gusset, because I think those would fit good, but I also might just do fish lips kiss because I feel like it's so fast.
Yeah.
It's even faster than like an afterthought heel for me. I don't know why. So I don't know. I don't know what heel I'm doing yet, but that's what's on my needles.
Cool.
What's on your needles?
So these have been on my needles, I think, since last October.
Yeah, I think they have been.
I think these are the only thing I started last October.
Yeah, and you still haven't finished.
So I have 1 sock.
It's so pretty, though. What yarn is that?
This is 716. Is there a tag in here? It is 716 knits. It is her 716 sock, which is an 80/20. And the colorway is It Shall Be Tempest Tossed. It's clearly a reference I don't understand.
It's really pretty, though.
So, pair of socks for Brian. this, he always gets the double gusset heel. He doesn't know that other things exist. He doesn't know that other toes exist either.
Don't tell him about the toes.
So it's the first sock. That one is done. I couldn't even tell you when I finished that. And then this is living in my little Jan Smiley camper bag. And then this is the second sock. Where am I? That's how long it's been since I've done this.
You finished the heel.
Ooh, yes. We've done a heel turn. We've picked up the gusset, and we are doing, looks like the first gusset decreases.
Yeah. So do you know if the first sock, the one that's done, is the bigger one? Because he does two. You have to do two different pairs, two different sizes for him.
Yes,
right?
I do two different sizes for him. I don't know. I need to get out the handy little measuring thing your mom made me.
Yeah, I would want myself to always like do the bigger one first, but knowing myself, I'd probably not.
No.
And then there would be like a just right sock and then a too small sock. So I'd be like, no, that was totally the bigger one.
No, I grab one of those things, measure it, and then when I get to the second sock, I measure it again and grab the other little template.
Yeah.
So, if I was a kind, loving, sweet wife, I would finish these for Christmas.
You're all those things. But who says you got time for that?
Yeah. He's got plenty of socks. He has enough socks to get him through 2 work weeks. He wears hand knit socks every day to work. And he's got enough pairs to get through 2 weeks, which is enough for me to get around to doing sock laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a separate load at our house.
Yeah.
All of the socks. And then this time of year, my legging pajama pants that I knit. Those all go in one load and then just get hung to dry.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it would be nice to put these under the Christmas tree, but it's not necessary.
I feel the same about my next whip that I'm going to talk about. These are Mike's Eagle socks in my kitchen countercrafter Eagles bag.
So I'm curious if you're going to feel about these socks about the way I felt about a pair of socks this week.
How's that?
So
you just want them to be done?
No, so I knit myself a pair of Panther socks in 2015, the year we went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Mm-hmm.
And they developed a hole in them. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that.
This feels like this game right now.
Yes.
I'm over you.
So I threw them in the trash can in the bathroom, and Brian came home from work, and he was like, why are there socks in the trash? And I was like...
Are those the white birch ones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It was the heel flap. Like, something broke.
No, I remember giving you that yarn, though, because you were like, wait, that looks like Panther's yarn. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then you ordered another skein?
I ordered another skein to make Brian matching ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did contrast heels and toes in there, and it was along the pickup of the heel flap in the contrast yarn.
Those are such pretty socks.
Yeah. And I noticed it while I was boot shopping. I was like, ooh, there's a giant hole in my sock.
You know, I used to save socks that got holes in them because I thought, oh darn that, I spent so much time. But my sock drawer, like I have a very healthy sock drawer, and so now I'm just like, meh. So I throw the one with a hole in it away. My kids wear like mismatched socks all the time. I'm like, this would be cool one day.
I could save the other one for Caitlin.
You should.
I mean, it's hanging out in the trash can in the bathroom. It's got like tissues on top of it. It's not like
you should, because
it's not like it's got like coffee grounds or anything.
She doesn't.
On it.
They don't wear like it's so rare that they actually wear matched socks. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just save the one that doesn't have a hole in it and throw the other one away.
All right, I'll save it for Caitlin. I'll rescue it from the trash can.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just like, you know what? These socks and that mojo can go away. You might feel that way about this season socks.
I hope not. I wish things would get better. No, they're not. Supposedly, we still have a chance.
Ditto.
Right? We have the same chance. I think we have the same, I don't know. My brain's not working.
Ain't happening.
Yeah. I think we'll both be sitting at home watching somebody else play the Super Bowl this year.
I think we'll be watching everybody else play the playoffs.
Yeah.
This year.
But when I was watching the game this week where we lost, I was knitting on Mike's socks and I realized it's toe time, which yay for toe time. But again, he wants a round toe. So it was not like football watching. And our game was close. It's not like we got blown out. I didn't watch the Panthers game, so I don't know how it was for y'all.
Close.
But I mean, we went into overtime, you know, and it was just like crummy that we didn't get the ball first in overtime. And Mike was like, no, we still have another shot. And I was like, this isn't college ball. And he was like, oh. I was like, how do I know better than you? Like, you're like the...
Rubbing off on you.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, like, I always enjoyed watching football before Mike and I got together. But then the year that we moved in together, we just watched a lot more of it than I'd ever really watched before. And I don't know, like, I guess... When I was growing up, like, I would ask my dad questions, and he's, like, watching the game. He doesn't want to, or maybe he didn't want to, like, answer, or I don't know. I knew what was happening in football, but I didn't, like, completely understand the game. And, like, I still don't know all the things. But when Mike and I moved in together, he would, like, it didn't bother him that I asked him, like, 1,000 questions. Like, I do you about everything else. Like, I would ask him, and he wouldn't get annoyed with me. So I just, like, pick the right people who don't get super annoyed with me, or really good at hiding it, maybe. So anyway, I feel like I know so much about football now, and it makes me, like, enjoy watching the game even more. And especially now that, you know, I don't play fantasy, but he does. And so we watch a lot more teams than just the Eagles or the college teams that we pull for. Mm-hmm. And so it makes it more interesting to, like, know.
So my football has regressed. I don't watch anything other than the Panthers anymore.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's surprising.
I'm too busy.
I mean, in all of your free time. You choose not to sit around and watch football.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I definitely haven't watched a full game of any other team this year, but I've watched I take that back. I've watched a bunch of Tennessee games.
Yeah.
Because Tennessee college football is where it all started for me, so.
Yeah.
But they were awful this year, too. For years. Anyways, knitting. So I have another pair of socks on the needles that I started at Disney at that magical fiber fantasy retreat. I brought this because it's
cute.
I made this, but it's got a cute little carabiner and I can clip it to my purse. And so I knit this sock in line at Disney / at the retreat. So this is our Take a Hike colorway. Mm-hmm. A little pair of shorties for myself. And I started the second one.
Just.
And these will actually go with me to Disney next week.
You fancy girl.
So, I am going down there to do a little secret mission.
Yay.
Next Tuesday. So, this will probably, I'm there 24 hours. A little more than that. I fly in super early on Tuesday morning, and I fly home super late on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I think this will be all I bring with me.
Yeah.
I might even only go with a backpack in this.
Yeah.
So.
Can I borrow my backpack again?
Yeah, I should, actually. Your backpack worked really well. So those are our Take a Hike socks.
Yeah.
You want to grab that skein?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I like about this colorway is
it does, like,
this part kind of micro-striped in the socks, which is kind of cute.
I like.
So.
Yeah. So pretty. All fall things. This was the colorway that we released at the Fall Frolic.
Is there a bunch of that in the shop? A little bit?
There's some of it. I won't
just
say a bunch.
Just on sock?
I think it's only on Noda.
Okay.
Sock.
Maybe we can share that information.
Maybe we can.
So, yeah. That is Take a Hike.
Mm-hmm. I've got one more thing that I've been working on. Like, not really that much. This is in this bag. I don't know who it's by. I really like it, though, because look, it's like the reindeer wearing turtlenecks. So are the trees. And there's, like, this makes me happy. So in this bag are my Lollipop Christmas sock along, which I have not knit very much at all. I think the last time I was, like, mid this red stripe.
Are those for you?
These are for me. And I was trying to, like, tell myself, like, oh, when I finish a project, I'll, like, do a stripe. But there's this, I mean, you saw my FO parade, so yay for finished things, but boo for not knitting for me. But this is Lollipop yarn, and Christmas Waltz color. It's so crazy pretty. But these are going to be socks for me. So when I finish these 2 pairs of Christmas socks, this is going to be what I'm working on. And these are riding around in my purse now. As of yesterday, I decided I was going to put these in my purse because I feel like DK socks go really fast. I have no problem finishing this. So, should I get stuck in traffic or a line somewhere? Oh my gosh. Lollipop socks are definitely happening.
Yes.
So yeah, this is going to be my Christmas socks. I want to finish these to wear them Christmas morning. Really bad. So, but we have... Huh?
I don't think that's happening.
That's totally happening. There's like 2 weeks still. I don't know if you remember, but I can knit socks real fast.
You can when you're on a mission.
Yeah.
Do I need to dangle this October prize in front of you?
Well, I knit, well, it was like a sample sock that I knit, and I knit a whole sock in a day. Remember?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And the year that I almost won, but Peggy beat me in October, I was knitting like a sock a day. Well, not like the whole month, but towards the end, where shit was getting real. But she beat me. That's okay.
You're not bitter about that at all?
I think I talked about that on the last podcast, too. It's going to be like a recurring thing. So, like, give Peggy the side eye and be like...
She's talking about you, Peggy.
Let's go, girl. Come on. Let's have a sock off.
She's currently doing wedding shawls.
Yeah.
Her daughter is getting married.
I've seen her post things about them getting married.
And I think she's going to knit 3 of them. She was working on the first one at the Frolic.
Best mother of the bride ever.
Okay.
That's awesome. So I would totally beat her in a sock off right now. I should challenge her.
So I have started the second Galway hat. Isn't that beautiful?
I like that color.
It is a really pretty color, so I can show you the colors now. So navy, the light blue, the red, and then white.
That's gonna be a fun hat.
So
I think I like this variation. Like better than the red one for wearing. Like I don't know if I was
I mean the red one was
it's super cute, but I don't think it'd be one that I would see you like. Even though you really love bright colors too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see you like picking it up to wear all the time.
No, and I mean the whole point of that was a Christmas knitting post for Instagram for the store.
Yeah.
So,
but with blue as the main color, I can totally see.
Yeah, I'll wear the blue one.
It's gonna look so good.
So, and I'll probably make it a little longer.
The brim? Or are you gonna make it slouchier, like up in the both? Nice.
Well, I did the slouchy version in. There's 2 charts. There's the slouchy chart and there's a regular chart. And I did the slouchy chart, but it wasn't very tall.
No.
So I might like.
But
there's some like snowflakey stuff going on at the top before you do the decreases.
Mm-hmm.
So I might like do more of the snowflakiness at the top before.
Nice.
Because it's just like that one white speck.
Yeah. So how long are you doing the ribbed brim then?
Yeah, I don't know.
How long's the last one that you did?
Whatever the pattern called for, like 3 inches.
Oh. So you have to do more than 3 inches?
No, I'll probably add the length to the color work at the top because I won't flip the brim up.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's on the needles. And then I started color. So we did some holiday colorways.
Janice dyed some absolutely gorgeous holiday colorways.
Modern Nutcracker and holiday cocktails.
So pretty.
So pretty. And so I stolded. Do they know that story?
I think so. I think I did.
Or is it only the Carolina Fiber Girls that know about stolded?
I don't know. I think I told. I don't know.
Ryan yelled at Kristen because she said she stole a skein of Queen City yarn, and he told her that she shouldn't be stolding things.
Stealing is wrong.
Yes, stealing is wrong.
You go to jail. He didn't want me to go to jail, which is good.
But he didn't say stolen. He said stolded.
Yeah.
Mommy, you
I
stolded.
I stole.
Yes.
So.
Mommy, you stolded?
Yeah. This was in the car when we were chatting, like, when I was picking him up or something.
Yes. Yes. When Kristen and I are on the phone and she's in the car, I'm on speakerphone, so I can hear the little voices that say, "Mommy, you stole it?"
Mm-hmm.
So,
and then they can hear everything you say, too.
Yes. Which is why I've now started asking if we're alone.
Right. True that.
And sometimes we're not, and I'm like, we need to be alone.
True story.
So, I started. Isn't that gorgeous?
I love how it's knitting up. So this one's Modern Nutcracker.
Yes.
And it's on our Biddleville DK base.
This is the worsted.
Oh.
This is Wesley Heights worsted.
I didn't know you dyed it on worsted.
I dyed a single skein of worsted for myself.
Oh, because you wanted to knit this hat.
Because I wanted to knit a worsted hat. No, I dyed up the 3 skeins of Noda to make myself a boxy, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And I needed to fill the dye lot, and this was already dyed.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
now I'm knitting this.
I really like the way that's turning. I think it's cute with the slips, the yarn slipped across the front.
So this is the West Village hat, and it is by Alexis Adrian. Am I reading that right? Yep. Cold Comfort Knits. She has a lot of really cute hat patterns. So I knit, I think it was called it wasn't the Molly. It was the Rachel hat, because she's got a whole Friends line. I knit the Rachel hat for a friend a couple weeks ago that I mailed off. So yeah, she's got tons of great hat patterns. And I saw this one, and I was like, that's really pretty, and kind of looks like the colorway.
It does.
So,
are you going to put a pom-pom on top of it?
I am probably going to put a pom-pom on top of it.
What color pom-pom are you going to put on top of it?
I don't know. What color pom-poms did you order?
I think I ordered gray, cream, and black because I felt like the people I'm giving hats to are not like adventurous pom-pom wearers.
We could steal the yellow pom-pom off the yellow pom-pom.
I actually was thinking that. That's why I asked you if you were what color pom-pom you were going to put on it.
Might need to steal the yellow pom-pom off
because if he's not wearing
off the sacrificed yellow hat.
Pom-poms, those faux fur pom-poms can get pricey.
Yes. So there's that.
Yay.
Do you have anything else?
No, I was going to talk about like what's next on my needles.
Okay.
But you still have another whip. So
I started a sweater for Brian yesterday. What is it called? Redford.
Mm-hmm.
The Redford pattern. It is a simple sweater. It's got, it's out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft, the fingering weight, and it's basically a stockinette sweater, but underneath the arm, it's got a reverse stockinette panel.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't it have like 2 little buttons?
Oh, yeah. No, it's got like the little sweatshirt triangle
thing. Okay. I was thinking of a different one.
Yes. So yeah, I started this for him yesterday. Kind of wish it had been knit in the round instead of pieces, but whatevs.
Oh, the whole thing is knit in pieces?
The whole thing is knit in pieces. Which I don't mind doing. It would have been nicer to like do the little bit of purl here, but yeah, it's got exposed seams. You're gonna seam it so your seams are on the outside. So you're doing.
So when do you do that purl part?
That's a whole separate panel. So you got a front panel, a front, a back, 2 side panels, and 2 sleeves.
You know, you could like just put that together.
Yes, there's lots
of bottom up.
Yeah, there's lots of people on Ravelry who have talked about hacking it that way.
Yeah, but you weren't feeling it?
No, things are increasing at different rates in the side panel and the front, and you basically got to rewrite the pattern. Oh. I didn't have the brain space for that yesterday. I was procrastinating and wanted to start knitting.
Well, it's pretty. And I hope that you enjoy knitting with Loft as much as I have been enjoying it for the easy one.
And it's the Truffle Hunt colorway. So...
I love knitting with that yarn so much. I really want to get another sweater quantity of it.
I also got a sweater quantity of pumice, which is a light gray for myself for a pattern that's coming out the end of
Yeah.
So one of the cool things about being a Brooklyn Tweed store is you get all the patterns early. And there is
and you get to plan.
You get to plan. It also seems to be, it is also the exact same gauge as Brian's sweater. So one swatch. Where's my swatch?
Awesome.
One swatch.
Mm-hmm. And is this the color? This is
the color.
Mm-hmm.
That's pumice, yes.
Yeah.
So it is a Julie Hoover pattern that I will be doing, I believe. And it's a garment.
It's going to be super cute.
For me. That I would really like to have done before Virginia Beach.
Oh, you'll totally get it done before Virginia Beach. So, is that one knit in pieces too?
Yes. No. You knit in the round. And
are you going to make
separate.
yourself finish this one for Brian first?
Yeah. Yes.
It's dedication. I'm like, I want to knit on all of the things that are not for other people.
I have done pretty much all of my knitting this year has been for me.
Yeah.
I knit that hat for Jess.
I knit tons
tons
of stuff for myself all the time. But like, that's what I want to knit.
Yeah.
And I always say, this time of year I always say, I'm going to start gift knitting in January. I'm going to put one thing a month aside so that when December comes around, I can continue to happily knit something for myself.
You also said that the other day about Christmas ornaments. Are you going to do that?
I also do say that every year. Yes, I want.
I could
Christmas
get behind
ornaments.
the Christmas ornament thing.
I
I could get behind the
But
finish.
see, I could give people Christmas ornaments as Christmas presents, and they could put it on their tree.
Okay, so I like in our group chat there was conversation about the Christmas ornaments out of leftovers, and I could get behind that.
Yes,
Um,
that is something that
all
I
that
want to
gift
do.
knitting.
Yeah.
I don't have enough knit-worthy folks.
You know,
So-
last year I didn't do gift knitting, and
You got some sass about it.
they were bummed about it. You know, but to have someone say, like, that's the gift that they most look forward to at the holidays,
Yeah.
that's meaningful, and that makes me feel
Yeah.
really good. That it makes me, I don't know, for a while I felt like I was just churning stuff out, and I didn't, because we don't live there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when we lived there and I knit them things, I saw them wearing them all the time.
Right.
Right?
Now you're like,
I don't see
did
them
you really
all
like
the
that
time. So I don't know, and I guess, I don't know. I just was kind of over the Christmas knitting because it was so much, and I was just like, oh, whatever, they don't care. You know, they'd rather have, you know, something else. And so I let my husband, I was like, okay, you just do the gifts for your family and whatever. And they, you know, he always got them very nice things, and they always appreciated very much. But yes, all of them were upset they did not receive a hand knit gift. And all of them said that, you know, that made them feel really good and really special, which that's the way a hand knit gift should make someone feel.
Yes.
So to know that they were appreciated as much, it made me really want to do it again. In January, I really wanted to do it again all year long. And so at the end of it, I wouldn't be like poking holes in my calluses I've been working so hard to build up on my fingers. But, you know, it's been, yeah, I'm almost done.
There you go.
And there's 2 weeks to spare. Almost. So,
And
but yes, I really want to.
socks.
DK, look how much of this I've gotten done just sitting here chatting with you guys. Done. So, anyway, because I was like, what, in the blue when we started? Like, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like more than 2 inches of knitting. And it's not been that long.
True.
So, it's totally going to happen. I'm going to get it done very quickly. Hopefully this weekend I'll be working on my sweater.
Sounds
I
good.
hope so. What was that? How do we get there? Oh, but because we're going to do the Christmas ornaments with leftovers.
I can get behind that.
I really want to do that. Because I have one...
Even if I, like, make little mini sweaters.
Yes, I have one hand-knit Christmas ornament on my tree that I made, and it was a little sock out of my leftover Desert Vista Dye Works Eau Clark socks.
Mm.
And I did a little sock, and it has, like, one stripe of each color, and it's super cute, and I really, really like it. And I just like the little fish lips Conceal on there, and it's really adorable. But that's the only one. And when I made that one, I was like, I'm going to knit one of these after I finish every single pair of socks in it. that was the only one. But when I hung it up, I was like, oh, how cute is it?
I have one hand knit ornament.
What is that?
It's a mitten that Tracy made me.
Oh, yeah?
It's a simple red little mitten.
Oh.
But it's the only one.
Yeah. But doesn't it make you feel like, oh, when you put it on your tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to do more of that. Yes.
So you have a list of upcoming knits?
Things that I want to do. Yes, the socks for my father-in-law have to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think the next thing on my list really is going to be some things for me. And it's going to kind of be finishing up some whips. So the Lollipop Christmas sock-along socks,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Waltz, are going to be like the Happening Project and also my Easy One by Joji Locatelli. So I still, actually, while you're here, I want to try that sweater on. And I want you to tell me.
We gotta hurry up because I gotta leave by 12:30.
Okay. So what I really wanted you to talk really fast. The arm depth is not correct, and I want to see like how much I need to.
Oh yeah, because you're
cut.
like Frankensteining sizes.
Yes. So I just need a little advice on how much to do for that. But that's
Okay.
I really want that to be done, and then I want to work on my Harlow hat that I started out of the Huddle Is Real and that Singer and Griffin colorway. I haven't knit on it since the Frolic
Okay.
and the ballet
I
wrap
think
for
I've seen
Caitlin. You saw it when we were at the Frolic, no?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is that Andre Mallory brioche?
Yeah, I know what hat you're talking about. I just don't remember your version of it.
Oh,
I know the
mine is
pattern.
like a super saturated purple that's kind of similar to our eggplant colorway, and the Huddle Is Real.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't
That's
visualize
pretty.
it.
But I want to knit on it. I'll probably take that with me over the holidays.
There you go.
So that's what's coming up for me.
And finishing your easy one.
Yes. And I want to knit that ballet wrap for Caitlin. So I may be stealing the 2 skeins of black socks and DK that are in the shop right now. Procuring it.
Why don't you do?
Because we sold one on DK. We only had 3.
Yeah.
What's coming up for you? What are you knitting?
So my list says my worsted hat, which I've already started on.
Mm-hmm.
I need to swatch for my boxy out of the same colorway.
That's going to be so pretty.
It'll be really pretty.
Also, I love that it will be something I borrow. That's great too.
And I'm gonna make it cropped to wear it over dresses this winter.
Oh, cool.
That's my goal with that.
Oh, okay.
And then finish Brian's socks, colorwork hat number 2, which is the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
Fix my weekender sleeves. And then,
So you're not going to do the thumb hole thing?
and then I have a new t-shirt hat pattern rattling around in my head.
A new what?
T-shirt.
T-shirt pattern?
Mm-hmm. So I want to work on that. And then I don't even remember what it was, but I bought some yarn at SSK that is for, I think they're chevron stripy mittens. And I want to make
Ooh.
those mittens.
Cool.
So those are the last thing on the list, but they're actually something I really want to start on.
Yeah.
So, because I wear mittens when it's cold and I'm driving.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to make some like fingerless mitts that are like a 1/4 sleeve long. Because I have quite a few sweaters that I've knit that are like 3/4 sleeves. And then like this much of my arm is cold. So I don't know. There's so many things that I want to knit, and usually I do a lot more planning when I'm getting close to the end of projects, like on what I like get excited on what am I gonna knit next and like swatch and everything. But I feel like I have just been like in this like Christmas knitting crunch, and I haven't thought of anything outside of like the next Christmas gift that needs to get on the needles.
The other thing I really want, there's actually 2 more things I really want to work on. So I have a pair of those LL Bean boots that like everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
And the smallest size is too big for me.
So you need worsted weight socks.
So I have a pair of worsted weight socks that I wear with them over another pair of socks because that's how much too big they are.
Wow.
And I need a second pair of those worsted weight socks.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then
Worsted weight socks go so fast.
I also kind of want to make a pair of leg warmers.
My mom's making Caitlin like warmers for Christmas.
Slash boot toppers.
Yeah.
Because if Santa's really bringing me what I want for Christmas.
My mom made me some. They're like wine colored. Not last year. The year before last, I think. I'll show them to you. They're super cute with boots.
Because I have a couple of pair of knee highs that I've knit that aren't quite tall enough.
No.
Because like, I want them to pop out of the top of my boots. Point of hand knits to like show them off. So, yeah. Things that I should work on in July, so when it gets cold, I can have them.
Well, you should go
instead of in December when it's cold and I want them.
Yeah. Yes. Same with Christmas gifts. You should look at my mom's project page though, because she's made quite a few pairs of boot toppers and leg warmers recently that are very, very cute. And she knit ones for Caitlin out of like DK weight yarn this year.
For ballet, right?
And she's getting for Christmas. But she's made some for my sister-in-law. She made the little boot toppers for me. I think it was the year before last. They're super cute.
I have a pair of little boot toppers that Anne made me. And I mean, they're cute, but yeah. I mean, what I really want is more knee highs that are higher. That will pop out at the top of my boots, but that's not happening. Like warmers.
Yeah. You could send off a skein of sock yarn, or I don't know, knee highs. Yeah, you could probably still get knee highs out of one skein. Send it out and have it cranked. And then just cut it and put your toes and heels in and put a tall cuff.
Yeah, Amy bought a sock machine.
Oh, yeah? I seriously considered the last week of November sending yarn to someone and asking them to crank socks for me. Because I didn't want to give those lollipop socks away.
The problem...
but then I was like, oh, well, it's like, I need to have these like now, so too late, but...
Yeah. The problem is my calves are so big that cranking them doesn't really work because then they'd be really big around my feet.
People can make the crank socks with rib. If they did it in rib.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you could do the whole leg in rib, right? Or you could just knit yourself a totally ribbed sock. See, I don't know anything about sock machines except for I watched the Grocery Girls podcast and Tracy had this like huge roll of socks that she had cranked and all she had to do was cut them apart and like put heels, toes, and cuffs in, which is still work to be done, still hand knitting to be done on sock, but she had like cranked this like crazy long tube of like all of these yarns that she had like either like in the balls, like gobstopper balls like Lollipop and Nomadic would do, or stuff she had caked up with intentions to knit and hadn't gotten to. And so she had like this huge long thing and I was like, all of the sock possibilities.
Nice.
So fast. And she had like done it in a day.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can crank a pair of socks and if everything's set up, you can crank a pair of socks and half hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at least on the one we had for a while, the ribber is really, really finicky.
And the one that you guys had at the store for a while, it wasn't as tight of a gauge. I feel like you'd have to use a much heavier weight yarn to make socks with that gauge work.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that's where the size of the cylinder is an issue, and that was a 72.
Yeah.
That cylinder. But, what else?
Yeah, what else?
All right. Is that it?
I think
what else is on your list?
Oh, a couple things Queen City to chat about. Okay.
Go.
We're still participating in the pigskin party. Knit along with Boston Jen.
I'm just going to put this out there.
It looks so pretty together. Super duper pretty.
Just,
So that's Mutter Nutcracker, which is the new one, and the Huddle is Real, which is the colorway that we designed. It's really pretty too. And this one's Holiday Cocktails.
Just saying.
Yeah. So we have 10% off in our shop if you use the code PIGSKINPARTY18. And that will get you extra, if you use our yarn, you get extra points for the knit along. And that's all. You can find all the information in the Downseller Studio podcast Ravelry group. Okay. And then the last thing is we have just updated the Etsy shop. Okay.
Go.
True. We've just updated the Etsy shop with all of the yarn. Like we finally got everything back from different events and trunk shows and stuff like that. And so the Etsy shop is full And so go and shop. And we're offering free shipping through the end of the year. You can use that coupon code and get 10% off. And if you see something that you love, get it now, because we're going to have to raise our prices in January because of the price of wool increasing. So we've been trying to eat that as long as we can. And it's not going to be a bunch, not going to be a big price raise and increase in price.
It's minimal, but it's enough to cover what we've been eating.
Yeah, but if you need an excuse, like, I can justify buying yarn in many ways, but you'd be like, I could get it cheaper now. Yeah, buzz. That works for me. It's like the Blame Dunder Knit, right? If you need a reason. Have you seen her podcast? She's so funny. If you're not watching Dunder Knitting Vicariously podcast, you totally should, because she's hilarious. But yeah, she's like, you need a reason, like, blame me. And she has a knit along going on.
Nice.
Like, knitting whatever you want to, buying yarn, patterns, bags, like, whatever.
Nice.
I watched her last night, and then I bought a project bag. I'll show you. So, anyway, so that's happening. And then we have one more super duper exciting thing. So last time.
Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Okay.
We got more Queen City news.
Okay.
Are we going to tell them what we're doing at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, tell them.
So we're going to, we currently have our Etsy store set up. So you buy yarn that is ready for you when you order it. Unless it says pre-order, as like big giant letters. Pre-order.
Yeah, it would be the first two words of the listing.
Pre-order.
Yeah.
So if you're purchasing our yarn, it's because it's in that room. And it can be mailed out immediately.
Right.
But starting the beginning of the year, we are going to open up for dye to order. So what that's going to mean is there'll still be yarn in the Etsy store that is, it won't be Etsy anymore. That's a secret too. But that is still ready to ship. But we're also going to open it up that, say you really want some of holiday cocktails, but you really want it on bulky.
Yeah.
You can order it.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we will take those orders but before it's confirmed, there's going to be a form that you fill out. Before it's confirmed, we'll send you a shipping date. So there will, in all honesty, be times that one of us can get to it tomorrow.
Right.
And it can be shipped out in the next couple of days as soon as it's dry.
Or it might be like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, depending on what we've got going on and our schedules and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Sometimes that turnaround could be really quickly. Sometimes it might not be so quick.
Yeah.
So that will be part of the process. We will give you a ship date. So, and, if you're ordering, 8 skeins of one color, that will probably ship faster than 8 colors of one skein.
Right.
So that's what we're doing in the new year. So we're going to open that up to you guys. And you can order any of our current colors. Like, you're not going to be able to be like, so I kind of want this light blue. No. Go to our colorway page, pick out, I want Blutiful on worsted.
Yeah.
And you can order any of our colorways on any of our bases.
Mm-hmm. So, yes.
So that's the new year.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that we were telling everybody about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was still a secret.
It's not.
Now you know.
Neither is the Etsy move.
Y'all heard it first.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have the last thing, and it's something very exciting. And I was very excited about this last time. Excited. How many times can I say excited? The first giveaways for the podcast. Yay! So,
I don't watch your podcast. I don't watch any podcasts.
I told everybody last
Sorry.
time, but you go ahead.
So I'm going to assume you had a skein left over from your sweater and you were like, I'm going to give it away.
Yeah, because the colorway you made was meant for me, right? Instead of meant to be. So I figured somebody else, it could be meant for someone else too.
It's actually way tealer than it's showing up here.
Yeah.
It's got a lot more green in it than what you can see.
Mm-hmm. It's really pretty though.
Yes.
So I opened up threads on the Ravelry. And we had 2 through 15 for each of them. So we did that. Janice showed me how to lock a thread. So the more you know, I learned something new every single day. So.
And then I taught her how to ask Siri for a random number.
Yeah, because I was going to go to the website thing. She was like, you can just ask Siri that. Oh my gosh, she's so helpful.
Me or Siri?
Both of you.
A little more consistent.
You're much more helpful than Siri is. She's usually like, go to this website.
I found
Right. Yeah. But Janice, how do you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. So the Queen City yarn. This is our Queens Road merino cashmere nylon blend, and this is the Mint for Me colorway that was left over from my Flax Light. And we did random number generator via Siri and came up with post number 8, who was L. McCall, which is Linda from Pennsylvania. So if that's you, yay! This is meant for you as well. So send me a message on Ravelry saying that you're the winner and send me your address and I will ship you off this gorgeous skein of yarn.
If you're quick, you can get it for Christmas.
True that. Within the next week. Let me know and we'll get it out. I'll send it out to you before the holidays. And then Kitchen Counter Crafter, our buddy Jenny, gave this awesome bag for a giveaway. And it's this.
It's Anne's favorite.
It's kind of mine too. I really love it. And Janice is like, how many times are you going to click that bag? I'm like, I don't know, but it's really a lot of fun.
I'm just editing that out of the podcast.
So, there was also 2 through 15 entries on
really
that
cute
thread. I know. Look at the little deer down the bottom. So cute.
And the little mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. So, and Siri pulled post number 10, which is Nana Pam 18, and that's Pam from Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Don't you know? I used to live in Wisconsin a little bit when I was younger. So, anyway, yay, Pam from Wisconsin. You won too. So shoot me a message on Ravelry and give me your full name and mailing address, and I'll get that in the mail to you. And then you'll have an awesome single shot snap bag from our friend Jenny of Kitchen Counter Crafter. So thank you guys all for entering. That was really exciting to give stuff away. I look forward to doing more of that. Yeah. So yay. And yay, because Janice came on the podcast today.
So was that the surprise that you put on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Not Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah, because my Instagram and Facebook don't talk. They're not friends yet.
I guess I better do that.
But yeah, so thanks for coming and watching. Say hi on the boards or whatever, and yay. Show me your Christmas knitting. If you're as crazy as I am and I'm knitting like all of these things, like make a pile and show it off. So I would love to see. And yeah, and we're gonna start knitting Christmas ornaments.
All right.
It's gonna happen. So I want to see that too. So let's do like a knit along for that. I'll start a thread. Let's make a bundle of patterns. I think that's a good way to start, a bundle of patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I know Boston Jen does she does a Christmas like knit along thing all year long. So I think like you can enter, I'm totally making this up, but you can enter like 12 times over the course of the year.
Oh, cool.
You should do that. Yeah. I'm sure we could come up with some Queen City prizes.
Oh yeah. I'm sure we can make that happen.
Yeah, you should do that.
Mm-hmm. So if you have a favorite Christmas ornament, like totally let me know.
And there's a way that we can make the bundle so people can add to it.
Okay. You have to show me how to make that happen.
Yeah, because you can make bundles so everybody can add to it, or bundles so only administrators can add to it.
Okay.
So you could do that, so people could add their Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, add your favorite Christmas ornaments. I want my house to be a hand knit holiday house. I have stockings, which I've knit.
They're gorgeous stockings.
Mm-hmm.
Did you post that on yours or on Queen City's?
It's posted on my Instagram, I think.
Oh, it's really pretty.
So I knit stockings, and so I have those. And I made a felted snowman a couple of years ago. I gave those to my family as gifts. Do you remember the little felted frosties? They're cute. But other than that, like, I just don't have many hand-knit things. And I set all these, like, beautiful hand-painted ceramic stuff that my grandmother did around. And every time I place those around, it just makes me feel so good. And I think of her, and I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if there was, like, hand-knit things too? all over my tree. That's what I want. I kind of want to have just a tree that's mine.
Froggy Monkey does.
Yeah. I mean, my kids would be moving stuff around all over the place. Like the bottom third of our tree is super decorated. The top, there's like hardly anything. Like the breakable things are up there. A couple of things that we have still that are breakable haven't been broken yet. So, oh, life's on. Yeah. Okay. So this is it probably for the year. I don't think I know it'll be hard for me to schedule your time. It's super hard to schedule your time, but I won't be back probably before the end of the year. So the next time you see me, and maybe Famous Day Out, it'll be 2019. I will keep trying because she's a lot of fun.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. So anyway, until then, happy knitting. I hope you have super fun holidays with your families and friends, and hopefully you get something awesome and yarny for Christmas. I mean, yes. I know I'm wishing. I've been good this year, or at least as far as Santa knows. So I'm hoping there's some yarn in my hand-knit stocking this year.
Maybe the kids will order you some yarn.
Mm-hmm. They've been asking me what I want, and I'm like, I don't know. There's probably some nice yarn I'd like to have. Project bag. Then I'm like, hey Mike, here's the things you can let the kids choose from. So,
are they favorited in your Etsy?
Oh no, I'm like, oh, look at this package that came. Now here you go.
Oh.
Yes, I am my own elf.
So you should start favoriting things in Etsy though, because then like.
No, I tried that before and I didn't get it, and I think it was a lollipop. I think I messaged him. I was like, I want this, and he like didn't get it, and I was like, what do you mean you didn't get it? It's gone now. It's a lollipop or curry Barbie or something. And he didn't get it. And I was like, if I text you and tell you gotta order something, you gotta do it now.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But no, it didn't. So now I elf for myself now.
I was thinking the bracelet thing that Ryan, or did both of them get it for you for your birthday? The bracelet that.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. They both got it for me though. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if it's like, I guess I'm really the only one that can do that with them. Like, hey, here's Mom's Etsy favorites. Pick something.
Yeah. Mike doesn't go on Etsy.
Yeah. Because your mom couldn't do that. She's not, like, here and sees them every day.
Right.
Like, hey, Ryan, come here. Pick something for Mom.
Right. I could always come to the shop and, like, make a wish list. There's a jewelry store in Ohio that does that. Where you, like, go in and make a wish list. And then they, like, host, like, an evening for the guys.
Nice.
That come in and shop.
Like, so. Here, your wife already picked it out. Just
come
in.
Here, have a beer.
Have a beer.
Give me your credit card.
Click pay for that.
Right.
All right, we gotta go. You gotta show me stuff, and I gotta leave here by 12:30.
Okay.